will swim. So close. The well. Stand aside, Inquisitor.
And you are?
I'm called meaningless. Leave. This is not your time.
Take one step toward that well and...
You serve your people. You have one last chance. To walk the Fade without the anchor. That is what the Well of Sorrows will give.
So if I take that power before him?
Simple. I knew you would take the well for yourself. Come then. If I fall, it will not be by your hand.
You heard his parting words, Inquisitor. The elf seeks to destroy the Well of Sorrows.
So the Sanctum is despoiled at last.
You would have destroyed the well yourself.
To keep it from your grasping fingers.
Fool. You'd let your people's legacy rot in the shadows.
Calpurnia thought the well's knowledge was powerful.
I care nothing for your petty...
You'll care when Corypheus arrives.
The well clearly offers power, Inquisitor. If that...
Do you even know? As each servant of Mythal reached the end of their years, all that we were, all that we knew, it would be lost forever.
Look around.
It is.
Why remain? Why perform a duty without purpose?
You have shown respect to Mythal, and there is... Is that your desire? To partake of the Via Rebellisan as best you can? To fight your enemy?
Not without your...
One does not obtain permission. The Via Rebellisan may be too much. Brave it if you must. But know you this.
Bound to a goddess who no longer...
Bound as we are bound. The choice is yours.
Is it possible this...
Anything is...
Elven legend states that Mythal was tricked by...
Elven legend is wrong. The
Murder?
She was slain. if a god truly can be. Yet the Virabella San remains, as do we. That is something.
Are you leaving the...
Our duty ends. It may be that only Uthenera awaits us. The blissful sleep, if fate is kind.
You could come with us.
We killed us.
You'll note the intact Illuvian. I was correct on that count, at least.
Is it still a threat? Can Corypheus use it to travel the Fade?
You recall when I took you through my Illuvian, I said each required a key? The well is the key. Take its... I did not expect the well to feel so... hungry.
Don't go any closer.
I am willing to pay the price the well demands. Of those present, I alone have the training to make use of this. Let me drink.
You alone? This is...
I have studied the oldest lore. Can you honestly tell me there is anyone better suited?
I don't know who's better suited.
I have the best chance of making use of the well.
You're not concerned about the price?
Bound to the will of a dead god. Perhaps a compulsion yet remains. Who can say otherwise? I do not fear it, even so. What happens when Corypheus comes for you? He is immortal. The wisdom of the well may include a way to destroy him. Give me this, and I fight at your side. I shall be your sword.
It's yours. Morrigan! Are you all right?
Elasin Salah. Visan Allah. I am intact. There is much to sift through. But now we can... The Illuvian! It is done.
I'm pleased to report we won the battle, Inquisitor. When you went through that mirror, Corypheus and his archdemon fled the field. I'm not sure why.
What he wanted was no longer within the temple.
Perhaps. He spent so long trying to get into the temple, he probably couldn't have helped his forces by that point.
Then Corypheus is finished.
If he is wise, he will hide and rebuild his strength before he attacks again.
He will not hide.
You sound pretty certain when you say that.
The Well of Sorrows held many voices, and they speak to me. They hold wisdom. Secrets I never dreamed possible. But even they fear what Corypheus has become.
Should we fear him more than his army?
Possibly. Luckily for you, he has a weakness. The dragon he calls is not truly an archdemon. It is a dragon in which Corypheus has infested part of his being. He doubtless did so out of pride to emulate the gods of old. That pride can be exploited. Kill the dragon, and his ability to leap into other bodies is disrupted. He can be slain.
You're sure? If there are no bodies for him to jump to?
You assume there is a limit to the range of his power. There is not.
Then what do you propose? Killing the dragon is no simple task, if it could even be found.
There is a way to defeat the dragon, to match Corypheus in his power. Your help will be required, Inquisitor. Speak.
I'll see to Skyhold's defenses. To work?
Inquisitor.
It comes swiftly, this. The day the Herald of Andraste challenged it, defeat him, and you'll be more than a holy woman to the people. You'll enter legend.
I couldn't have come this...
And there is the... People joined the Inquisition after hearing you were blessed, but they've stayed because of how... I wanted to tell you that I shared their sentiments, Inquisitor, and... Well, I suppose I just did.
You've always been there for us.
It means much to... Farewell, my lady. When you face Cory...
Perhaps it's a good thing I'm not a real warden.
It's a blessing. Warden or not.
Going up against a darkspawn. Funny how these things happen. As you wish.
Perhaps a...
Magnificent. Oh, suddenly, it all makes sense. I now understand the nuance behind elven words. The ancient lore reveals patterns I would never have suspected. Tis exhilarating, the rush of images. Truth dangling just out of reach.
Tell me more.
Take the Illuvians. It was always assumed their use was lost, but the ancient elves had closed all paths to the crossroads. They warred with themselves, and the Illuvians. So much is misunderstood. It would take years to absorb. If I...
I'm pleased I could give you that.
And pleased I am to have the chance, believe. None of which has anything to do with... Earlier, I said there was a way to match the power of Corypheus. We must summon Mythal.
I'm sorry, did you...
Summon Mythal, the elven goddess of justice. Yes. Whatever Mythal was, goddess, myth, or ancient being, how or in what form, I cannot say, but that power. I must go to an altar in the wilderness to perform the summoning, and you must be with me.
Will the summoning be dangerous?
The altar could have a guardian or other surprises. Thus, just think, Inquisitor. Soon you could have an answer your...
This is the place?
It is. Look for an altar, ancient but still standing. There! Do you see it? 'Tis all that remains of the great altar. We few who travel far call to me and I will come, without mercy, without fear.
Strange that there wasn't an altar like this at Mythal's. The temple was a place of justice, but this was where the elves called.
Then one day she disappeared. and there was no one with whom to speak. Your companions will need... Not to worry, if there is shouting, they will hear. You know who I am. From High Priest to High Priest, I am the last to drink of sorrows. Come to us, Mythal. Whatever you are, whatever remains, I invoke your name and your power. Mother.
Mother?
Now, isn't this a surprise?
I take it you know her?
She is a deceiving witch!
Now, that's quite enough of that.
What have you done to me?
I have done nothing. You drank.
Then you are Mythal?
Mythal was the goddess of...
Was one of the people.
I do not understand.
Once I was but a woman, crying out in the low... And she came to me, a wisp of an ancient being. I have carried Mythal through the ages ever since, seeking the justice denied to her.
Then...
She is a part of me, no more separate. You hear the voices of the well girl.
They say you speak the truth.
But what was Mythal? A legend given name and called a god? Or something more? Truth is not the end. So young and vibrant, you do the people proud and have come far. As for me, I have had many names, but you may call me Flemeth.
I know the name Flemeth. My people call you Ashabel. It says long ago you left your husband for a lover. Your husband then a spirit came to offer you vengeance.
One day someone will summarize the terrible events of your life. But yes, I was that woman.
Flemeth appears in other legends, helping heroes for reasons of her own.
I nudge history when it's required. Other times, a shove is needed.
If Mythal is a part of you, we've called to you, prayed to you.
What was could not be changed.
What about now? You know...
You know not what you ask, child.
Then you're Mythal and Morg.
As well as a witch who prolongs her unnatural life by possessing the bodies of her daughters.
That's what you believe, is it?
I found your grimoire, and I am no...
Yet here you stand. My daughter ran from me long ago. I've let her be, until...
Why did Mythal?
For a reckoning that will shake.
And you follow her whims. Do you...
You seek to preserve the powers that were, but it is because I taught you, girl. Because things happened that were never meant to happen. She was betrayed as I was betrayed, as the world was betrayed. Mythal clawed and crawled her way through the ages to me. Alas, so long as the music plays, we dance.
We summoned you because we need your help.
Against the Magister who grasps beyond his reach. Yes, I know. The voices did not lie, Morrigan. I can help you fight Corypheus. Do you understand, child?
Yes. I think I do. Wait!
I wish to see who drank from the Well of Sorrows. It has been a very long time. Imagine my surprise to discover it was you.
And that is all.
A soul is not forced upon the unwilling, Morrigan. You were never in danger from me.
All things considered, Inquisitor, I now wish you had drunk from the well. Will do, at least. I can match the Archdemon's power. All that remains is...
Did you find what you need, Morrigan?
I can match the Darkspawn Magister's dragon. Yes. As for matching Corypheus, that is up to you, Inquisitor.
Believe me, I know.
Then all that remains is to find Corypheus before he comes to us.
We've been looking for his base since all this began, with no success.
His dragon must come and go from somewhere.
Oh, what about the deep roads? We could send word to Orzammar, hire envoys to...
It seems Corypheus is not content to wait.
He's in the Valley of Sacred Ashes.
You either close the breach once more, or it swallows the world.
But that's madness. Wouldn't it kill him as well?
Inquisitor, we have no forces to send with you. We must wait for them to return from the Arbor Wilds.
I must go now, before it's...
Tell me, where is your maker now? Call him. Call down his wrath upon me. You cannot, for he does not exist. I am Corypheus. I shall deliver you from this lie in which you linger. Bow before your new god and be spared.
Never!
As you wish. I knew you would come.
It ends here, Corypheus.
And so it shall. Successful in foiling my plans. A thief in the wrong place at the wrong time. An interloper, a gnat. We shall prove here, once and for all, which of us is worthy of godhood.
I didn't come here to become a god.
A dragon! How clever of you! It will avail you nothing. You will fall as a warning to those who oppose my divine will. Enough! I will destroy you where you stand. As you wish. Look at you, wearing slave markings on your face with pride. You are nothing. A race of sniveling cowards that shrank before Definta power. Feel my wrath, little wretch. If you desire death, you shall have it. Enough! I will destroy you where you stand. A beardless stone worshipper? Run as fast as your little legs can take you.
So you're reduced to dwarf jokes now?
Enough! I will destroy you where you stand. Let it end here! Let the skies boil! Let the world be rent asunder! Grant me power to finish this last rite!
The breach is getting bigger!
And then the fate swallows the world, right?
Not like this! I have walked the halls of the Golden City, crossed the ages. Do not, ancient ones, I beseech you! If you exist, if you ever truly existed, aid me now!
Wanted into the Fade? Solus?
The orb.
I understand why you wanted to save such an important artifact.
It is not your fault.
Inquisitor, are you alive?
Victorious, I see. What a novel result.
And you live. I can breathe again.
And it seems the breach is finally closed.
Looks that way.
What do we do now?
We go back to Skyhold.
agents have found no trace of Solus. He has simply vanished. If he does not wish to be found, there's likely nothing we can do. But I will keep looking.
Why would he just leave? Something must be wrong.
You said he was upset about...
That can't be the only reason.
Now that Corypheus has been defeated, afterwards you will be busy. Every noble in southern Thedas is clamoring to meet you.
The fighting's over.
They wish to bask in the glory of your victory, hoping that some of it will rub off on them. Everyone knows Empress Celine owes you her life and her throne. 1,000 problems remain, and your opinion will be sought on each one, whether you wish to give it or not.
As the saying goes, to the victor go the spoil.
They see more than victory. Previously, you were an upstart, a Dalish elf leading a band of rebels, and until Corypheus revealed himself, they could not see the single hand behind the chaos. Once he did, they knew. A Magister and a Darkspawn in one creature. Now you are the only power left. Enjoy the evening while you can, Inquisitor.
All this pomp and ceremony. Can't top seeing that. No matter what happens to me now, I can say I was there. I helped you bring him down.
It took all of us.
I shudder to think where we'd be. So now that you've saved the world, what's next? Hoping to put it all back together?
It'll be a huge...
If anyone can do it, and I'll be right by... My Lady Inquisitor, leaving your own celebration so soon. We've been through a lot, haven't we?
The destination was worth the journey.
I'll never tire of how you see the best in everything and everyone. But what have I done to deserve this smile?
Tis said that Corypheus woke after his long slumber and found the world gone awry. He fought to bring back those days of magic and shadow, to raise himself as a god and set things right. Now, we are left with a scar in the sky to remind us of what almost was. It tells us that a great victory against chaos was won, but left the world forever changed. Consider the mighty empire of Orlais, where Empress Celine remains on her golden throne. The civil war is ended, Gaspar is defeated, but it is said Briala yet plots her return from exile. The Empress now faces a war in the shadows. Elven daggers rule the night, and spies follow her every move. Sadly, Celine soon forgot her gratitude towards the Inquisition. Icy receptions now greet the Inquisition in the Imperial Court, where most prefer that Orlais bow to no one, not even heroes. Thus, many believe that when the tide again turns, Celine will stand alone. The Grey Wardens of the South slowly rebuild in the months following the events at Adamant. They declare it time for the Order to emerge from the shadows, to join the rest of humanity in fighting their ancient foes. Rumors abound that they severed ties with their leaders at Weishaupt, and that a bitter war now rages between them. What becomes of Stroud is unknown, save that all news out of Weishaupt soon ends. Does the sudden silence indicate a battle within, or something far worse? 1 month after the defeat of Corypheus, the Chantry names Leliana as successor to the Sunburst throne. Given the name Divine Victoria, she first declares an end to the Circle of Magi. The Mages will now govern themselves. She opens the priesthood to other races, declares support for the Inquisition, and rededicates the Chantry to the principle of charity. Divine Victoria is controversial from the start. Several new sects arise, resisting her reforms and declaring her rule a threat to the faith. She does not fight them, and it is not long before the Chantry's fractures threaten to tear it apart forever. Those Templars of the Inquisition who were recruited at Theron Fall Redoubt are left with a choice. In the end, they unanimously elect to remain. The old Templar Order is formally disbanded. Under the watchful eye of Commander Cullen, these men and women form the core of the Inquisition's strength for years to come. And what of the Inquisition itself? It has eyes and ears in every hall. No secrets are beyond its reach, and that knowledge has become the source of its power. I leave Skyhold now, knowing that power will continue to grow. The Inquisitor is a symbol to many, a leader of the changing world order. To others, she has become a target. They linger in the shadows, waiting for their day to come. When it does, the Inquisition shall stand ready.
I knew you would come. You should not have given your orb to Corypheus, Red Wolf.
I was too weak to unlock it after my slumber. The failure was mine. I should pay the price. But the people... they need me. I am so sorry.
I am sorry as well, old friend.
there you are. I have to say, I wasn't... She's quite a driven woman. Now... Radiant as always. I'm here.
Running today?
Excellent. Save the feet there.
What do you think allows triumph at the temple?
I feel a little nervous having the woman who... Like if anybody recites the chant wrong. But yeah, if you want to go...
Inquisitor. Leliana knows the game. She'll move the chantry forward, and I feel only pity for those who might try to depose our former...
Should the Inquisition...
It'd be more imposition than useful. Or misinterpreted as is... After so much warring, even the most seasoned players of the game... Sister Leliana...
So, Liliana, should I bow whenever you come into the room now?
The ceremony is not for a while.
It will be strange to see you and think, there walks divine Victoria.
Then let us enjoy these moments while they last, as colleagues.
Nor as friends.
What's this? A breach in decorum?
Perish the thought.
You're doing it again. Oh, I do apologize.
Now that's gonna be in my head all day.
Smiles, everyone. We must be careful how we present ourselves.
Why did Divine Victoria call the Exalted Council? She's kept Orlais from bothering us for the last 2 years.
At increasing political cost, yes. She has done all she can, but the Exalted Council has become necessary. Orlais would control us, and based on their many marriage proposals, they have specific plans for you. Our real concern is Ferelden. They would see us disbanded entirely.
Inquisitor, it has been too long. I hope the years have been kind to you.
How have you been, Mother Giselle?
I spent last summer in Emprise du Lion, distributing food sent from the Exalted Plains. The Dales are finally recovering.
Corypheus left a great deal of damage for us to repair. I appreciate your efforts.
And I yours, Your Worship. I should mention that your forces at Suladin Keep were of great help. Please give my compliments to Baron Deschedin. Divine Victoria asked me to greet you on her behalf. She is currently attending to the Ferelden ambassador's concerns.
You can probably just call...
You can, Inquisitor. Our last Divine once joked about why I insisted upon calling her Justinia. She called it my way of reassuring her that I had not completely forgotten who...
How do you think Divine Victoria...
It is hardly...
With respect, that's...
Sadly, with the Chantry still struggling to admire what she has tried to do.
I'll speak to Divine Victoria.
I believe she would appreciate that, Your Worship. The Divine sees the good that you can do and have done. Duke Cyril will wish to greet you on behalf of Olay. I believe he is currently speaking with the Tevinter ambassador. Many of your friends have returned as well. I hope you have a chance to speak with them before the Exalted Council begins.
The Imperium sent an...
In a manner of speaking, Your Worship, Dorian Pavas has been declared the Tevinter ambassador.
Who has returned?
Your dwarven friend, Master Tetras. For one, I understand he spent much of... I believe Sir Blackwall has returned as well, although enjoy time with them while you can, Your Worship. I doubt you will have a chance once...
Thank you, Mother Giselle.
Your Worship, a final question, if I may. This Exalted Council, Ferelden would have the Inquisition disband. Olay sees its power as another feather in a chevalier's helmet. What do you wish to do with the Inquisition?
The Inquisition still has work to do. We can't let someone's fear put...
Then I wish you luck. Make her watch over you in...
I'm surprised Lord Cyril is on the Exalted Council. He's so sentimental about the Inquisition. The Council of Heralds choose him? The representative, whatever his position, it has their will behind it.
And there she is. I missed you.
Shut up and get over here.
I have to say, while I appreciated the letters, this is much better. And after the betrayal, and what I put those men through, my sorries were worth about as much as shit.
How many people hit you?
I lost count at 12. They needed to know that there's a way to come back from anything. I thought going up there on the gallows was difficult. Anyway, it's nice to be back. Is it selfish of me to hope that you'll no longer need to be Inquisitor?
No. I want the same.
I'll wait.
Tom?
I'm not going anywhere. Inquisitor?
Inquisitor Herald. Glad to be back, though.
That's it?
Well, we don't know what's what, so what's there to go on about? Maybe sort out how they want to mess... Maybe sort out how they want to mess with us. Then there'll be something to... Count on seeing you, yeah?
Your Worship, I'm glad you're here. Listen, I need you to keep the Chief distracted while we sneak this dragon skull through the room behind him.
I'm looking forward.
It's for his birthday.
I'll see what I can...
All right, here he comes. Just keep him talking.
Hey, boss. Good to see you.
It's fascinating to see the remnants. Most of it was deliberately erased.
Uh-huh.
It's good to see that the Veil has largely... You might think otherwise, but the Veil isn't technically a physical Do you think news of the... Did you know that Ferelden has its... Inside those are cities and Arlings ruled by Arls, and then there's the Banorn. I'm sorry.
Sure you can. They must have that thing almost across the room. Ben Hasrat.
Surprise! Happy birthday, Chief!
Oh, you got... Hey, boss. Hey, boss.
Inquisitor. Inquisitor.
It's been quite a day so far, has it not?
Have they given you...
Not at all. It is quite alarming. Would you walk with me? I should like... The palace has been most accommodating. We are... No. No more talk of the council. This meeting was to spend time with you in a more relaxed fashion.
You're tense as a boast.
I'm so very... The truth is, there is a small entertainment happening tonight.
You'd like me to go with you?
Very much so. In all the years you worked with Orlais, you had so little time to enjoy its culture.
Perhaps you're right. These meetings and talks don't...
And then back to Skyhold without a moment's pause. With all that's been happening, I promised myself a single evening out. I'd very much like to go with a friend.
And what is...
Something to ease our minds. I would very much...
Thank you for thinking of me.
Splendid. The past years have been so busy.
A calm night out.
Oh, bravo! Bravo!
I've been in battles that were...
Oh, yes. What... Did you enjoy the performance?
That was...
Truly.
That part with the glittery... And they actually set fire to...
Then I call tonight. Oh, look! The encore signal! I do hope you recovered from your night at the opera. Any ear-ringing should go away in a day or two.
I'll be here if you need me.
And what did they need? All's well, it seems. We shall see.
You there! You're to dodge! If that ball were a fireball...
You...
They don't breed Mabari in Orlais. The merchant said he was abandoned. Perhaps his owner's tired of the novelty.
Tired of you? With that pot...
He's not supposed...
I don't think you understand...
Another Ferelden trapped at the Winter Palace. I couldn't leave him to that fate. Besides, I think he likes me.
Something tells me...
Not since I was a child. The Circle wasn't keen on pets, especially Kirkwall. The Inquisition will change after... Whatever happens, our people, you, Liliana, Josephine, will have my support. In whatever...
I can't imagine the...
I am honored. You can help. Dodge this, and I'll find over... Be careful, Inquisitor. Inquisitor?
Darling, you made it. Excellent. I scheduled this appointment ages ago, and they do appreciate... With the Imperial Garden Spa, of course. You work so hard, my dear. I wanted to treat you.
I've never heard of a...
You are the Inquisitor, darling.
What are the cheese wheels for?
It pains me that you even have to ask. You've...
Did you hear something?
Relax, darling. It's spa day. How have you been? It seems ages since we've spoken. Does everything go well between you and Sir Rainier?
Are you digging for gossip, Vivienne?
Merely expressing concern.
You must be keeping...
Someone has to keep the mess that's been made of Thade. Don't you feel better, my dear? This place really does work miracles.
What happened?
Darling, it's spa day. Don't fret. You'll undo all the good they've done. Come along, Inquisitor.
Ole is on your side, Lord Parvis. The Inquisition's support is not a thing to lose lightly.
Which is why the Orlesian court is circling it with a net and collar? But you'll have to excuse me. I see an old friend I must greet. Inquisitor, how long has it been? Don't actually tell me. I despise feeling old. It's good to see you, my friend.
You arrived ahead of me. I hope all's well.
It's everything I expected. We've been... Ole wants the Inquisition tamed, Ferelden wants it gone, the Chantry medals, and Tevinter said... That's me, by the way. A reward for my... Thankfully, Ambassador Pavis is a token appointment.
Inquisitor, Duke Cyril Montfort, I have long followed your work.
Is that sentiment shared by the...
Of course. Ole wishes only to offer respectful guidance to the Inquisition.
Does your grace feel the Inquisition should...
I would rather see the Inquisition join us freely than be... I have not forgotten Justinia's death. I had friends who... More than the good you have done, it is a good we... Whatever happens...
Divine Victoria, am I interrupting?
Of course not, Inquisitor. I was catching up with Redcliffe's Arl. He's here to represent
Inquisitor, good to meet you.
How are things in...
We still come across scars left by the Venatori, but the land continues to mend.
I had hoped to steal...
Very well. We'll continue...
Many are frightened of the Inquisition's power, but I will do all I can to allay their fears.
Is there anything I can...
Explore the grounds. Let yourself be seen. The delegates need to put a... I have much to do, but let me say this. I may no longer be your spy master, but I am all...
I'm glad you finally arrived, Inquisitor.
And your thought?
The breach is long gone, yet Skyhold's army remains. Ferelden can't continue to ignore soldiers on its borders.
The Inquisition has grown.
Then you understand why we must demand a power without allegiance to either Ferelden or Orlais? Even I won't keep you longer.
Thank you, Your Holiness.
Now, Artigan, as to your concerns...
The Inquisition established an armed presence in Ferelden territory. You outright seized Caer Bronach in Crestwood.
Our goal was to keep more Ferelden citizens from dying.
Your help was appreciated 2 years ago, Inquisitor. Now order her. Invading under pretext of restoring order is exactly what the Grey Wardens did. Now the Inquisition is doing this.
Your concern is ill-founded. The Grey Wardens have proven their worth time and again.
Of course Orlais tolerates this interference. The Inquisition is the only reason Celene's...
Rest assured, Tegan, the Empire of Orlais will not stand. Unlike Ferelden, however, Orlais understands that these were the well-intentioned mistakes of a young organization.
An organization in need of a guiding hand. Yours, no doubt.
Pardon me, Inquisitor. Divine Victoria wishes to speak with you in private.
My apologies. An urgent matter has come to my attention. Of course,
This is highly irregular.
Perhaps it would be best if we took... Canary warrior in full armor. How did he get into the Winter Palace?
Would the Iron Bull...
I asked, and he is as surprised as we are. This is a warrior, not a spy. Part of the Antam, the Canary military. He was badly hurt, separated from his allies, and made it here before he died. But how?
Deadly mysteries at the Winter Palace. Throw in a... Can Josephine manage the diplomats while I look...
She will be fine. It's all speeches and posturing for the first few days anyway. I will extend the recess as long as possible.
You think that's...
I think the Exalted Council may be more exciting than we expected.
It looks like he came down over the railing. An active illuvian. If I'm going through it, I'm not going alone. Morrigan brought me here while showing me the illuvians. I'd forgotten all the colors. Judging by the bloodstains, he tried to get through here.
Is there a problem?
This mirror doesn't look broken, but it's inactive. Maybe there's a way to unlock it. The blood trail leads to this mirror.
Right. Let's see where this guy came from.
Elven ruins. I'm not sure we're even in Orlais anymore. Another Kunari, dressed like the one in the Winter Palace.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. The old team together again to kick some ass.
Right behind you, Tiny. Try not to completely obscure the battlefield.
A spell killed these Kunari. Someone cast it not even an hour ago. We need to find out why these Kunari were here and who did this to them. Over there, Kunari. If we want to know why they're here, we've got to get across to that island. I don't understand. I'll try Elven. it considered us intruders.
To be fair, we are.
It must have been set to guard something. That was like Veilfire. It claimed this was a refuge for elven slaves.
You mean the ancient elves kept slaves? Maker's breath. One more thing never to tell Daisy.
This whole valley was a sanctuary created by the dreadwolf Fen'Harel. This doesn't make sense. In Dalish legends, Fen'Harel is our god of misfortune. Fen'Harel helping former slaves as a mortal, not a god.
Kinda curious that this guy had to specify he wasn't a god.
Ordinary guy saves people, accidentally founds religion. Sounds a lot like the chant, actually.
Claims the elven gods were just ever near it. Powerful.
You all right, boss?
It felt like the anchor stung me. This looks like it fits into that pedestal by the broken bridge.
This place is creepy. So, we're getting the band back together. That's exciting.
Admit it, Varric. You're going to miss getting into trouble like this.
Pay me a visit in Kirkwall, Inquisitor. I can almost promise you trouble when you arrive.
Canary! Qunari attack the Inquisition on sight?
No idea. They weren't Talvashoth, though. This might be a rogue group, but they think they're following the Qun.
That's Fen'Harel, removing a Dalish elf's Valisleen.
Isn't this place older than the Dalish?
Maybe the markings used to have a different meaning.